I think the great thing about salary finance and really the difference between other companies in this space is that for me it was an authentic brand. So when we first started researching which company we wanted to kind of partner with, it was really important to, I think, build those relationships initially like we do with our guests and our teams. So that was the first step. And before we got to that stage, we obviously did a market review of, okay, well, who is available in this space and how do they work? And I think that was kind of the first step. So to be honest, just an internet search, seeing what it was about, speaking to kind of peers in the HR world to see who had experience and who had partnered with you already. When we launched Salary Finance, we opted to actually introduce the full package, so advance, borrow, save and learn. So I think learn was very much the pivotal piece for us around the education, and without that, it just wouldn't have felt like we had that holistic view with what Salary Finance had to offer. Advance was really important for us because people have the opportunity to get an advance on their wages. So we wanted to introduce borrow and save as well within the suite of offerings. So save was really important to us because it was reinforcing the message of saving for the future and kind of not just paycheck to paycheck. And we actually had a really great uptake within the save product straight off when we launched. And obviously as time went by with the pandemic, we have seen a reduction, but it's really great to see now that we're coming out of that, looking at the Learn suite and the education piece, more and more of our teams were actually opting to start saving again. So when we launched Salary Finance, we had a real clear direction of when we wanted to launch and worked closely with the project team at Salary Finance. So Georgie, our kind of senior client success manager, was fantastic in making sure she was available when we needed her, and also linking in with other colleagues at Salary Finance to make sure we had the SMEs available. And I think from a payroll perspective, this is always the challenge, I think, in any business, in making sure that it smoothly runs and there isn't kind of any hiccups. So when we were looking at the payroll, there was a few initial challenges and concerns about how this would work from an administrative perspective, but we got the right people in the room and kind of talked it through it and made sure we made some tweaks from Salary Finance side, which they were more than happy to do, and also from our perspective, then we could fall into a real good pattern to make sure it was going to work for everyone, and ultimately our teams got the loan or got the advance that they needed at the right time without kind of a kerfuffle. So management information for us at Wagamama and the people team is really important, because without knowing how well a product is kind of launching or the success rate, the management information we receive is on a monthly basis from Salary Finance, or more frequently if we requested it. And it's really gives us a holistic view of how many of our team are obviously engaging with the platform. And I think for us, it is one of our leading benefits, particularly with engagement and kind of clicks through to the website and learning. So when we launched in April 2018, it was definitely a real impact with our recruitment and our employer brand piece. It really demonstrated by partnering with Salary Finance that we actually, number one, care about our teams, and number two, actually, like I said, we're zigging when others are zagging. So we're introducing things that are very much of the moment and kind of really useful to our teams to understand how they can improve their financial well-being. So in terms of a recruitment and retention, we definitely saw improvements in areas where we either struggle because it's a bit of a remote location. In comparison to a site like London, where obviously there's a higher density of population, we didn't see such an impact, but also there definitely was a ripple in the water.